Years go by, but the memory stays, and those were the good old days.
Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me take you back and tell you a real funny story. To this day, I look back on this story and think about this story. It makes me laugh, gives me a chuckle. My cousin Sean and I, my cousin Sean's friend Danny Neal, we called him Skeletor because he was just, he was really bony and real skinny, thin. Called him Skeletor. And my cousin John Swisher, the Swishman, had called him Sugar Bear. He said that because he had sugar diabetes and he had taken insulin and whatnot, he called him Sugar Bear. We were driving to the Walmart, Super Walmart, or Walmart Supercenter, if you will, there in New Philadelphia, Ohio. We're also going to go to the Super Kmart there in New Philadelphia as well. They're right just not very far, maybe half a block, if you will, up from Walmart there on that on the main road there, or the road there that Walmart was, where road was. Super K is not there no more, but Walmart, however, is. Nonetheless, we were driving in Sean's Pontiac Sunfire or Sunbird, whichever one it was. I'm not sure if it's Sunfire or Sunbird. I believe they're the same type of vehicle. Anyway, we were driving in that car. Sean had gotten that from my Aunt Sue and her husband, Shorty. Earl Taylor, a.k.a. Papa Smurf, if you will. That's what we called him anyway. He looked like Papa Smurf. Anyway, we were driving down through Strasburg, Ohio, which it was easier to just drive through Strasburg, Ohio. This way you're missing some of the interstate there on I-77 south. It was easier just to take that, just go down through the little town of Strasburg and get off, or go up to Strasburg and get on the I-77, and it wouldn't be that far from there, maybe about 10 to 15 minute stops to get into to New Philadelphia, Ohio. Anyway, we're going down there, and we happened to, we're just driving along, we happened to notice that all of a sudden there was this cop, he's kind of lingering around. Well, we stop off in the Dairy Mart there to pick up something to drink at the Dairy Mart, and cop goes back there behind the Dairy Mart there, back behind the this alley, this dark alley, and cop kind of like shuts his lights off just a tad bit, and then Sean pulls out of there, and as soon as he does, here comes the cop. He turns on the noise and the cherries, and he's got the whole 9 yards going, and Sean's like, fuck. The cop gets out. He says, license and registration, please. Sean gives him it. You know why I pulled you over? He says, no, officer. He goes, I wasn't speeding or anything. He goes, I don't know why you pulled me over. He goes, well, your license plate light was out. He said, and I went ahead and ran your plates. And your plates ain't registered to this this vehicle. They're registered to a 79 Chevy Cordova. Sean's like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. He goes, I thought I got those transferred or anything. I don't know. He was like, well, let me go ahead and run your license there. Come back. After he ran me, come back. He goes, sir, I'm sorry to say, but I'm going to take your license from you. Your license are suspended. Sean's like, do what? Sean's making a big old deal about it, like trying to get out of it. Like, I didn't know that. But he ended up asking Daniel, he goes, what about you, sir? You got a license? Daniel hands him his license. He goes back and runs his license. Sir, your license are suspended as well. I'm going to have to keep both of your license. He looked at me in the back seat. He goes, well, what about you? All I got is a state identification card. I said, I ain't got no license. He goes, well, he goes, you got two choices. He goes, you can call somebody, come pick you up, or you guys can do what you got to do. He says, but this car is getting impounded. He goes, because none of you guys can drive this vehicle back to your or back to where you came from. He says, I was going to slap you with a warning. He goes, but like I said, I'm going to take your car from you. And he goes, I'm going to give you a warning as far as suspended license. You'll never be caught driving again with a suspended license. Well, he was obliged to, we went to the tow truck, got there and loaded up the car, and he stayed there, and he was obliged to take us up the road to the little like a restaurant or a little truck stop, if you will. They're outside of or going into Strasburg there. And we had called Danny Neal's dad. We had called Danny Neal's dad, Jim Neal. We first called my cousin Junior, and he's like, "Hey man," he goes, "I'm about on E." He goes, "I'm gonna need some gas." So we end up calling Jim Neal, Danny's dad, Jim Neal, and he come pick us up. And funny time nonetheless. Needless to say, we never got to the the Walmart Supercenter down there in New Philadelphia, Ohio. But definitely got busted. Sean got busted for having his license plate laid out, and then turned around and ended up getting busted for having a suspended license as well. Funny time nonetheless. Looking back on it now, I just get a big chuckle out of it. Sean tried to weasel his way out of there, and it just didn't work. But never saw the car after that neither. And like I said, never made it to Walmart. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.